Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling a problem that sends a shiver down everyone's spine, especially during those colder months. You turn on the tap, and ice-cold water. No hot water from your boiler is a real pain, but before you panic and call an expensive engineer, the good news is that many of the common causes are things you can check and even fix yourself. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 6 most common reasons why your boiler is ungiving you hot water, complete with easy-to-follow steps specifically for UK and European combi boiler systems. We'll cover everything from simple checks to slightly more involved fixes. By the end of this guide, you'll be an expert at diagnosing the problem, and hopefully, you'll have your lovely warm water back. So grab a cup of tea, a cold one for now, hopefully a hot one soon, and let's get started. First things first, let's start with the most obvious but surprisingly common reason: low boiler pressure. Your combi boiler needs a certain amount of pressure in the system to heat water effectively. Over time, this pressure can naturally drop. So, how do you check it? Go to your boiler and look for a pressure gauge. It's usually a round dial with a needle, and you'll see green and red zones. For most residential boilers, the ideal pressure when the system is cold is between 1 and 1.5 bars. If that needle is sitting below 1 bar, especially in the red zone, you've likely found your culprit. Low pressure means the system can't circulate water properly to be heated. Don't worry, topping it up is usually a straightforward job. So how do you repressurize your boiler? Look underneath your boiler for a small, flexible, braided hose with a valve at each end. This is your filling loop. Sometimes it's already connected, and other times you might need to attach it. Before you start, make sure the boiler is turned off. Then open the valve slowly. You'll hear water rushing into the system. Keep a close eye on that pressure gauge. As the pressure climbs, be ready to shut the valves off. You want to aim for that sweet spot, around 1.5 bars. Be careful not to overpressurize it. Once you hit the mark, close the valves tightly, one by one. If you had to attach the filling loop, make sure you disconnect it afterwards to prevent any contamination of your drinking water. Now, turn your boiler back on and try the hot tap. With any luck, you'll feel that wonderful warmth returning. Alright, moving on to our second potential problem, the pilot light. This is more for older boiler models, as most modern boilers use electronic ignition. But if you have an older unit, a tiny flame called the pilot light is supposed to be on constantly to ignite the main burner when you need hot water. If that little flame goes out, your boiler won't fire up, leaving you in the cold. So take a look at your boiler. There's usually a small window where you can see it. If you don't see a flame, it's gone out. This can happen due to a draft, a problem with the gas supply, or a dirty thermocouple. Relighting it is usually simple. Your boiler's manual will have the exact instructions, but generally, you'll turn a knob to the pilot position, press it down to start the gas flow, and use the ignition button to create a spark. Once it's lit, keep holding the knob down for a bit before releasing it. If it stays lit, great. If it keeps going out, you might have a bigger issue that needs a gas-safe registered engineer. Now for reason number 3, a frozen condensate pipe. This is a massive issue, especially during winter in the UK and Europe. Your modern condensing boiler produces wastewater, or condensate, which is slightly acidic. This water is drained away through a plastic pipe, which often runs outside your house. When temperatures plummet below freezing, the water in this external pipe can turn to ice, creating a blockage. Your boiler's safety features will detect this blockage and shut the system down to prevent damage. You might even see a specific fault code on your boiler's display. The fix: you need to thaw the pipe. The safest way is to pour warm water not boiling, as that can crack the plastic over the frozen section of the pipe. You can also use a hot water bottle or a microwavable heat pack wrapped around the pipe. Once it's thawed, you'll likely hear a gurgling sound as the trapped water is released. After that, reset your boiler, and it should fire back up. To prevent this from happening again, you can insulate the pipe with foam lagging. Let's talk about the 4th possible cause: problems with your thermostat. Seems simple, but it catches a lot of people out. Your thermostat is the brain of your heating system, telling the boiler when to turn on and off. If your thermostat settings are incorrect, or if its batteries have died, it can't send the signal to the boiler. First, check the basics. Is the thermostat turned on? Is it set to a temperature high enough to demand heat? For hot water specifically, some systems have separate controls for water temperature. So make sure that's set correctly too. If it's a wireless thermostat, the most common issue is dead batteries. Pop the cover off, replace the batteries, and see if that brings it back to life. It's also possible that a wireless thermostat has lost its connection to the receiver unit near the boiler. You may need to repair them, and the instructions for this will be in your thermostat's manual. It's a simple check that can save you a lot of hassle. Next up, we have reason number 5, a diverter valve issue. This is a common fault in combi boilers. Diverter valve is a clever little component that directs the hot water either to your radiators or to your taps and showers. It's a valve with a motor that switches position based on demand. If you turn on your central heating, it sends water to the radiators. If you turn on a hot tap, it should switch over to provide domestic hot water. Sometimes these valves can get stuck. A common symptom of a stuck diverter valve is that you get heating but no hot water, or you get lukewarm water from your taps, because the valve is stuck halfway trying to heat both your radiators and your tap water at the same time. This is a more mechanical issue, and while some experienced DIYers might tackle it, it often involves opening up the boiler casing. For this one, if you suspect the diverter valve, it's usually best to call in a professional gas-safe engineer. They can diagnose it for sure and replace the part safely. Finally, we arrive at our 6th reason, which is a bit of a catch-all: a general system blockage or a pump failure. Over time, sludge, rust, and other debris can build up inside your heating system. This gunky mixture can create blockages in the pipework or, more critically, clog up important components inside your boiler. One of the main components that can be affected is the circulation pump. The pump's job is to push the heated water around your system. If the pump fails or is blocked by sludge, the water won't circulate. Your boiler will likely overheat and cut out for safety. Signs of a failing pump can include strange noises from the boiler, like humming or grinding. A system blockage can also lead to cold spots on your radiators. Fixing this often requires a professional to perform a power flush, which is a deep clean of your entire central heating system to remove all the sludge. This isn't a DIY job, but it's a very effective solution for older, clogged-up systems. So, to recap, if you have no hot water, first check your boiler pressure. Is it between 1 and 1.5 bar? If not, top it up using the filling loop. Second, if you have an older boiler, check if the pilot light is out. Third, especially in winter, check for a frozen condensate pipe outside. Fourth, check your thermostat or the battery's dead, or are the settings wrong. Fifth, consider a stuck diverter valve, especially if your heating works but your taps don't. And sixth, be aware of a potential pump failure or system sludge, which usually requires a professional, by working through these steps methodically. From the easiest to the most complex, you stand a great chance of identifying the issue yourself. Many of these fixes cost nothing but a little bit of your time. Of course, safety is paramount. Never attempt any work you are not comfortable with, especially anything involving the boiler's internal casing or gas supply. When in doubt, always call a qualified gas-safe registered engineer. Their expertise is worth the peace of mind. I really hope this guide has been helpful and gives you the confidence to do some basic troubleshooting the next time your hot water disappears. A little bit of knowledge can save you time, money, and the stress of a cold shower. If this video helped you solve your problem, please let me know in the comments below. It's always great to hear success stories. And if you have any other boiler tips, share them with the community. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this useful, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more home maintenance tips and guides. Stay warm, and we'll see you in the next one.